Greetings all. It's another drizzly morning here in Hawaii. It's around 8:30 or so in the morning, and 67 degrees with rain and clouds. Well, periodically, and recently, actually, I've had people comment, "You're in Hawaii. You're wearing a sweatshirt. Why do you wear a sweatshirt?" Or I had one guy once who come at me because I was wearing long sleeves, and like he was accusing me of having tracks on my arms or something that I was trying to hide. Oh, here comes the cat. But here, no tracks, right? No tracks. It's just 67 degrees out here and wet. And of course, we get used to living on a tropical island, and so 67 degrees is cold. Yeah, for the 31st of July it is. So, yeah, it brings us to, to belief. There's get a lot of people that have never been here that think that Hawaii is a hot place, and no, sorry, that's a flawed belief. It's an illusion. There are places here that get pretty warm. Yeah. Generally speaking, in Hawaii, you're looking at the lower elevation you are on the islands, and generally the further west you are in the islands, the warmer it's going to be. The eastern sides of the islands generally get trade wind and showers, a lot of clouds. West sides don't get that so much, and so they got a lot of sunshine over there, and it gets hotter. But the islands are, we have elevation, and especially here on the Big Island where I live. There are 2 points here that rise over 13,000, almost 14,000 feet. It's around 13,870 something. Both Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea almost touch 14,000 feet. Hualalai is up around $5,000 somewhere. Even Kilauea, which is a flat, long, stretched out volcano with a whole lot of little pu'us, even that one's up 4,000. And say town of Volcano at 4,000 feet. Boy, you be wearing a sweatshirt, and if you live there, you're going to have a wood stove. Yeah, it gets cool at night. They don't get frost. You don't get frost here until you rise over 6,000 feet. Yeah, that's the magic line. Then frost starts to form, and you get over 9,000 feet, and snow every year. Snow every year. Yeah, I live at 1680. And in July, it can be cold enough to wear a sweatshirt at this elevation. Now, at the shore, I don't think so. They're probably in their trunks. Yeah, but not up here. So, there you go. That has to do with what you believe. And generally speaking, beliefs that we hold are usually unfounded on factual information. Very common. Okay. And the longer I live on this planet, boy, the more belief scares me. I see it as one of the most dangerous forces on Earth. I finally got the TV set back up, and I dared it. I turned the morning news on. I missed most of the local stuff. I caught a little bit of the national news. They're talking about the leader of Hamas getting assassinated in Tehran, and how the Iranians are shaking their fists at the Israelis, and, you will pay for this forever. Hatred. The fact was, I was like, 2 weeks, whatever, since Trump got perforated there on the ear, that was the moment my TV broke. I've been without a television, not watching the news. And, here comes some real news, though. Yeah, it's my kitty cat, huh, Gracie? You can come sit with me, huh? Are we okay? Yeah, so there's hatred and ugliness and who knows what. some of the stuff politically in the United States of America, some of it's important to us. I don't know. But we sit around and wait for that to boil down too. I have no idea. And I don't know. I'm not sure about this. I am tempted to bother if a debate can be scared up to watch it. But after the last one, they had public health warnings about if you're anxious or depressed after watching this debate. I don't know. It was kind of nice having a couple of weeks off. I tell you, I turned it off real quick this morning. That stuff started coming at me. I said, I don't need this. Click. Yeah, really. World's the same on this end anyway. Anyway, so much of where we live is in belief. We venerate belief. We think belief is a good thing. I don't have my wallet on me here, but if I was to pull out a dollar bill and pull it out, you all know what it says on there. It says, "In God we trust." Well, God is part of religious expressions. Religious expressions are all belief systems, and they are tied into our government because it's printed right on our money. They have, prayer sessions in Congress, and, you got to swear on a Bible if you go into a court, and so on and so forth. We are permeated with belief systems. Well, near as I can figure, the systems of belief that we live under are extremely dangerous. Probably some of the major reasons that life on Earth is less than wonderful. Now, personal belief, that's a little another story, maybe, I don't know. When you have, yeah, you're right, Gracie. Like, Gracie has a personal belief. She thinks Bill's fingers taste great this morning. Yeah, but no, it's, I tend to believe that I exist. It's the I think, therefore I am. Discard this. It'll do. I mean, if I don't exist, then what is it that's doing this thinking here, and so forth. So, yeah, logically, it's pretty good. It's pretty easy to just accept the fact that, yeah, I actually exist. How I exist, where I really exist, whether I'm in touch with the nature of my existence or not, that's a whole other story. But I got a feeling this activity means there's something going on right here, and it's me. I believe in that. At least as much as I believe in about anything. Okay? That's my number one belief. I exist. Yeah, I'm here. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I don't really have too many. And I know it gets confusing when I say that with people, and sometimes they claim, "Oh, you're a hypocrite because you say this and then you do that and so on." Well, I will frequently use the word belief when I'm speaking because we all know what it means. Yeah, man. I grew up in the same society, folks. Okay, yeah, it's there's a communication in that, but for me, belief is pretty much entirely hypothetical. A fairly scientific approach to my reality, and I don't have a lot of hocus pocus or mythology or okay, yeah. There's not a lot of voodoo here. This, yeah, and so. When you take a good look at most belief systems, what you'll see is that they're Band-Aids over the top of fear, usually, or lack of understanding, over mystery, over things that are often unanswerable or very difficult to answer, and so on. And so we create these systems of belief that are easy for people to follow. And We stick them out there like a tarpaulin over a huge black hole in reality. We say, okay, there you go. Bounce on this, guys. That's Christianity. You'll be okay as long as you keep bouncing on this trampoline, but don't step off the edge. Because you'll fall back into the rest of reality, which has nothing to do with what you believe. Right. The same's true for all. Some belief systems, like political belief systems, they do have functionality that's real, so to speak. They create laws, they regulate things, they collect taxes. That's freaking real, I'll tell you. There's an aspect of our political and government systems that we tend to believe in is functional. You can prove that it's doing something, or you can prove it's doing nothing. Either way. Yeah. But, when it comes to belief systems like religion, well, when my avocado didn't fruit last year, I can't take God to court and sue it, Oh, boy. And right off, almost every time I say that word, God, okay, because of my Christian upbringing, I almost always want to say He. And right there, big flaw. He is sexual. If an eternal being exists within this that created everything, believe me, if he's got equipment, he's got it all. And probably more than humans have, too. Yeah, a lot of fun there being God. That's a human creation. Clearly, we stripped all the femininity, the earth magic and the earth goddesses out of religion as the Romans adopted Christianity because they saw it was more powerful than their police. Yeah, people believed in it would go to the lions. Powerful stuff, boy. Powerful stuff. Governments like power. That's one of the main reasons that it's still with us, and one of the main reasons that most governments on Earth have either adopted it or tolerate it. Yeah. It didn't work too well in most cases where governments have attempted to supplant religion. It doesn't really work well. They are two different things. I'd say most of our beliefs are adopted. Yeah. The guy next to us, the guy next to that, the guy next to this, the dude on the television, whatever, wherever it is, your favorite rock star, doesn't matter. But they will project a belief, an attitude, that we then will pick up, and after a time it becomes our own. This is the point. These belief systems, you marry them, because what happens when you accept something as truth and as thought, it becomes brain wiring. That's how memory is created. You grow it. And so, as I say, your thoughts are your reality. When you have belief systems, you base your reality on the belief systems. Well, the belief systems are limiting. They're boxing. Anything that's outside of the belief system is heresy, or it's not faithful, or whatever. It's rejected. You can't be outside the belief system and be inside the belief system. It's one or the other. There is no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes when it comes to that. That same goes pretty much with political beliefs too. People do. They love to throw them around. Gives them meaning, I guess, is what it is. I mean, and the religion thing, I know why people do it. They're scared, especially afraid of death. They're scared of life, too. They don't understand, and I don't blame you. If you understand what's going on here, you're probably crazy. Yeah. So, it answers these questions for people, but it doesn't actually answer them. That's the problem. Yeah. It doesn't. It's just a Band-Aid over the top, and if you peel it off and look underneath, you're going to find out Oh, there's a whole lot more questions to be answered down there. Yeah, you've just created an illusion of belief that sits over the top and it allows you to have a momentary security while you're here on the planet because you think you live on top of this little trampoline of belief and everything outside of it doesn't really exist. Yeah. But when you stop believing, you end up just having to kind of assume that this is probably how it is. It's probably how that is. Well, I'll tell you, there are very few things worth dying for that are an assumption. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you die for your beliefs. I was some years back, I understood this. It came to me. So as a younger man, I began to free myself from belief systems, and when I did, I realized that that is the road to freedom. If you want freedom in your life, let that stuff go, because it's a weight you drag behind you. You have to look at it every time. Oh, am I doing the right thing according to Jesus? My mama is judging me, God, I was so happy when my mama died. Seriously. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But, she's a okay lady. It's been a good life. Blah, 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 blah. No complaints there. But, the one thing that was a beauty when all of the kahuna in my world disappeared, it's up to me now. Yeah. I got no one left in my family to judge what I do. If mom wanted me to be a doctor or a lawyer, and I disappointed her because I became a rock and roll musician and a farmer, well, it don't matter anymore. She's long dead, a pile of ashes. Whatever she thinks is irrelevant. And the part of her that was in me that would judge, it's the parent. We all have it. Well, it's still there, but it doesn't have a lot of power anymore. Because the person that was behind it, she ain't there anymore. Yeah, it's my job now. Lacking belief even in what my mother had to say to me. It was the road to freedom, to where I was able to actually look at the world, look at what's going on around me, and create an image that was more in my own image, in my own liking, not what the guy next to me said. I consider myself to be a lucky man, but as a youth, I was not treated well by people on this earth. I'm not going to go into that, but I wasn't treated well at all. And it's the reason that the green garden guy got to be the garden guy is because I found plants, birds, trees, nature, mushrooms, soils, all the natural parts of our universe here to be far more accepting of who and what I was. And matter of fact, totally accepting. No judgment. No judgment from a mushroom. The birds do not sit in judgment in the trees over me, unless I popped one of them last week for eating my berries. They will do that. But yeah, it's that's how I got there. How I developed the business, the whole persona that I live in, really, was because other people, they weren't that nice to me. And I didn't like them. And I don't want to spend much time with them. I really still don't. It was a weird situation where one day I suddenly realized, wow, you've really acquired a lot of skills in this field, I guess put it to work, and let's use this for a job. And I did, but then I suddenly realized, oh my goodness, I learned all this about plants because I really didn't care for people very much, and I hung out with plants, and now all of a sudden people have money and I got to sell them plants. It's a vicious circle. If you've ever heard me say, don't bother running because you will not be able to escape it. It will chase you down. It's what happened to me. Yeah, here I am in front of the camera talking to the whole planet about stuff Yeah, it all started because I didn't want to talk to anybody. Really, I was not happy. Not happy with the situation here. I'm still not real comfortable with the way people are. I'm not comfortable with it. That's why I keep talking. Going, come on, people, get with it. Get real, you know? Take care of the planet. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Boy, oh boy. You know, it's like the Dalai Lama says, have some affection. I can't say it the way he does, where it's all in bliss and flowers, you know, and hearts. When I say it, it's more like, have some affection, asshole. Is what happens when you're born in Chicago instead of Tibet. Yeah. I kind of like it, actually. Oh, well. Aloha. And if I were you, I'd believe anything.
Hey? What do you think? You like that microphone? Or is it a stand, huh? Yeah. That's my good girl. Yeah, she just comes out here while I'm shooting videos and hangs out with me. That's the second day in a row she let me pick her up. Well, girl, say hello to everybody. We're going to sign off. Let's go at it, huh? You want to edit? Yeah, I can tell you want to edit.